This is video number 17 for the 3D Experience CATIA Generative Shape Design application. This particular video is going to go into the playlist that is devoted to the Surfaces tab of the Generative Shape Design. I also have a playlist for the Wireframe tab, which is about 59 or 60 videos. The icon that we're going to be discussing is still multi-section surface, but there is an option there which is called canonical portion detection. And that's the thing that we're going to concentrate on. When you're in generative shape design, the surface tab allows you to take you to the multi-sections icon. And upon clicking, you're going to get this dialog box here. The advanced options allows one to reach other things, such as the one that we are interested, namely canonical portion detection. The whole idea is that if you do multi-sections, essentially surface creation, and if there are any portions of those surfaces that are actually flat plates, by activating canonical portion detection, it allows you to reach it and do flat plate operations, such as select it, go to the sketch, draw something on it, two-dimensional sketch, etc. If that is not active, then you won't be able to do that. I'll give you through examples what's happening. So here's the description from help, and I'm following this reference, except that because it is 5 years old, the dialog boxes look different. So I'm using R2026x. Okay. Let's go ahead and create a plane. Because I'm going to do multi-section, I'm going to use two basically sections. There we are. Now, on this plane, on this first one, I'm going to draw a let's say a rectangle. I'll do a centered rectangle. A centered rectangle, like so. Let me dimension these. For example, and you'll see why here I do care about a little bit about dimension. I'm going to make this thing maybe 100. And I'm going to make this in 200. You'll see why. Okay, good. And just for the heck of it, I will delete this portion so that it becomes an open section. Exit. So this is what I've got. Now on this one, I'm going to do exactly the same thing, except that the size, I'm going to make it 50 and 100. So let me go ahead here. Mention this to be exactly half of the other fellow, 50. And this one to be 100. Good. And delete this bottom portion and exit. Okay. We're going to go and do a multi-section surface. And I select this and that. Okay. And then preview. Notice that because of the scaling that I did, these surfaces are flat plates. In fact, if you select the advanced options, you see that it recognizes, I ask it to recognize any flat plate. So I say, okay. Notice that I can go and select this and on it, for example, draw something, etc., etc. Okay, let me Control Z. Okay, thanks. Now, suppose I went, suppose I went there, double click on it, and I said, don't recognize any flat planes. So uncheck that, preview, okay. Now when I select this, I cannot sketch on it. See that? It is a surface, but I cannot sketch on this. See? Even if I went to essential, I won't be able to sketch on that face or top face. If I try to sketch on it, it won't let me do that. It won't let me pick that surface. Cancel. Now, let's go back here. Let's go back here and activate that. Say okay. Now I can select and sketch on it. But what I want to do is I also want to go back to those sketches. Remember those sketches that I drew, this one? And I made sure that this is exactly half of that, etc. So why don't I do it differently? In other words, let me make this thing maybe uh, 30. Okay. And yeah, okay, this one also 30. That's fine. Mention this 30. Exit. Okay, good. Now, if you look at this, some surfaces may be flat. This is flat. This is flat, etc. This is flat. This is not flat. Okay, that's why I won't be able to sketch on it. I'm going to go and do something uh, close to what I did, but to make sure that things work out smoothly, I'm going to delete all of these things. I don't need them. Let me delete these two sketches also. Okay. So on that vertical plane, I will sketch. I'll sketch a profile like this, perhaps. Exit. And on this plane, I'm going to sketch, well, something that has four sides, but it's not necessarily a rectangle like that, a profile like this. Exit. Okay, good. Now we do a multi-surface, multi-section surface. I select this first profile, first section. This is the second one, and preview. Now notice that none of these are actually surfaces. None of these are none of the flat surfaces. You can say, although I activated, show me any or activate any uh, faces that are flat, none of these are actually flat. For example, notice that I can sketch on this. I can sketch on this, etc. None of these are flat. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back here and I'm going to create some couplings. So for example, I do a coupling here, right there, between, let's say, this point, this thing out of the way, and that point, okay? And another one between this point and that point. Preview. Okay, now notice that this top one, because of what I did, this top one is a flat plate. Okay, and in fact, if, for example, here, this thing was not checked, I cannot select this as a flat plate because it did not go ahead and make another coupling. Okay, uh, for example, double click, another coupling, between this point and this point, and say OK. Now notice that because this fellow was active, it was not active, none of these are recognized as flat plates. However, if I go here and activate this, preview, notice that I can select this and use it as a flat plate, and this uses as a flat. So basically, this checking this allows the software to recognize any flat plates, and you be able to operate on those flat plates as you may wish. For example, one more time, I can draw something like that. Exit and do, for example, a split. Cancel that. Split this surface with that. Okay. This is very useful actually. And it's not automatic. You have to make sure that you ask for that thing to be active.